Good morning to you. I've got a couple of books that I'm going to share with you today. So let me move down and show you the first one. There we go. Let's just try and adjust this a little bit, I think. Try and get that a little bit more. I should have done this before, shouldn't I? But there we go. One of those days, I think. Right, so I already reviewed the book How to Draw a Tree by Alex Boone. This was also recommended by one of my lovely watchers of my channel. So, and I'm terribly sorry, without looking, I can't remember your name, but you told me that there was this book called How to Draw a River. From the source to the sea. So I'll link the previous video below if you want to decide you want to have a look at the review on how to draw a tree. But this one is how to draw a river. And this one came out, does it say when this one was printed? Do you know, it's really weird. These ones don't seem to say when they were printed. Never mind. We've got a lovely picture here to start off with. Our contents say we've got a chapter on rivers, observing rivers, rivers in the landscape, river dwellers, reimagining rivers. We've got a bit on nature journaling, identifying species, art in stewardship, resources, bibliography, a little bit about the author, and an index at the back. So they're rather pretty, aren't they? So we've got an introduction. So Alex is a nature artist. His particular passion is the continued patient recording of specific place and wildlife that frequents it. So regular visits to the same place never become boring, as I always discover something new. And I won't read all of that. How to use this book. It's divided into 4 chapters, each looking at different aspects of artistically representing a river. So there we go. There he is. Getting to know rivers, choosing and recording your river. So there are some practicalities here. Proximity and ease of access, personal interest or memory, having questions, select a river that inspires you. And once you've identified your river, return to your site as often as you can, take photographs, keep a sketchbook or a nature journal, gather some materials that have fallen, so leaves, fronds, pebbles, feathers, and use reference materials, he says. So these are the drawing materials that he goes through: graphite pencils, fine liners, coloured pencils, paper erasers, and pencil sharpener. Selecting some colours. So these are what he is suggesting, and but you can choose your own. But he's saying to swatch the new colours into your sketchbook so that you know what you've got. A little bit on blending colours, making them more nature friendly. And then we move on to observing the rivers. Gorgeous. Look at that. So we've got a bit on still water, some warm-up exercises for tonal range. It says draw out some boxes and do some small sketches. Got a little gallery here. And we've got moving water. So we've got some ideas on how we might draw our moving water. Some more here, like when we're going around rocks and things. Drawing from a photo. So we've got the photo there, and then how he's drawn that out. A little bit on waterfalls. We've got another little lovely gallery. There's the photo. There's the sketch, really pretty. Then we've got the river colorscape. The colorscape of water can be much richer and more complex than it may seem at first glance. One of the most important skills for the aspiring colorist is to be able to look at a scene and quickly pick out the colors to recreate it. So olive green, burnt umber, Payne's grey, yellow ochre and light blue. And then he goes through some with some examples basically. And you can see we've got photograph, moving on, photograph, moving on. And then we've got this wonderful gallery. I love the fact that he's showing the photograph and then what his sketch looks like. Same again here. A river sketchbook. We've got our lovely kingfisher. Very nice. So this is about keeping a little sketchbook. We've got a gallery here. He's writing a little bit in, a bit like a nature journal. Rivers in the landscape. I'm loving that we're seeing the sketch and how he then builds that up. And then we've got these reference pictures again. A young river, a warm-up exercise, cross-hatching in ink, always useful. Take a reference photo. And then change it to black and white so that you can get the tones in, basically. And then he's showing you steps 1 through to 5, 6, 7 on that one. And then we've got a gallery. So here we've got this lovely waterfall. A mature river. So as you can see, we've got lots and lots of different types of water. We've got photographs, and then showing how Alex has then sketched those. And then we've got these lessons with step by steps. And then we've also got these lovely galleries as well. River dwellers. This is lesson 9, sketching birds. It's all, you know, laid out with these numbers so that we can follow along, which I think is really useful. So drawing boats. Yes, I always learnt to do like a figure 8. Gallery. We've got insect life. It's a lovely, is that dragonfly? Guessing it looks like it. And that looks more like a damselfly. Lesson number 12 is fish in mixed media. Oh, we're moving to mixed media. So got some watercolor going on here. Reimagining rivers. By creating your river journal, you will have gathered an amazing resource of information. In this chapter, you'll be introduced to new ways of artistically representing this river data. Oh, see, that's rather lovely, isn't it? The months of the year. You can map your river. You can do a nature map, a river wheel. And then here we've got lesson 15, reflections on toned paper. And a gallery. Oh, river pollution collage. This gallery. And then a section on nature journaling, identifying species, art in stewardship, creativity in nature can do so much for our well-being, and it also develops a feeling of love and care for the locations that we observe in detail. Love grows from intimate knowledge of a species or place, and we naturally want to protect the things that we love. So, royalty-free, it can be very helpful to have access. Yes, Pixabay, Pexels. Trying to think what the other one is. There's another one. Anyway, a little bit about the author there. And an index. So that one is how to draw a river. The next book is called Pen and Ink Drawing Techniques, and that's by David Morales. This was printed recently, 2025. We've got a little bit about introduction, meet David Morales. We've got supplies, techniques, lots of techniques, getting ready for action, and then let's draw with some exercises. So I will just read you a little bit at the bottom. David Morales is a Colombian architect and sketchbook artist based in Barcelona. He is passionate about capturing the beauty of everyday life and documents his surroundings in sketchbooks, using them as inseparable objects for his work and travels. Since 2018, he has been working on a project called One Day, One Drawing, chronicling his life in daily drawings and sharing them with thousands of Instagram followers. And his Instagram is art@dava22. I'll put the link below. So here we've got an introduction. We've got a little bit about David Morales. These are some of those sketches that he's been doing. Pine cones, marvelous. I mean, these are just tremendous. Is all I'm going to say. So, and look at the electricity poles. Who'd have thought that could be beautiful? But it is. So we've got a bit on supplies here. Pens, inks, brushes and paper, other tools that you might need, and then it moves on to techniques. So even down to holding your pen, the types of lines and whether we draw them just from our fingers from our wrists or from our shoulders. Then we've got outlines and straight lines, curved lines, hatching, cross hatching, contour hatching, stippling, cross hatching and stippling. And this is a step by step that you can follow. Tick hatching, weighting lines and contour hatching, and this is a step by step. Then we've got woven hatching, scribbling, varying the pressure, and here we've got another step by step, cross hatching and scribbling. We've got understanding values, weighting lines and hatching. This is a step by step to follow. Got a bit on textures, loving all these textures. And then I like the fact that you've got some common mistakes here. Got a bit on adding colour. Then we've got another step by step for this bird box. And then getting ready for action. Keep it simple. There's an exercise here. Copy the books below. And we've got some cups and some headphones to do. There's a little bit on proportion and transferring to paper with a pencil. Got a bit on composition. Quite a bit on composition, actually. Some on perspective. 2 and 3 point perspective. A little bit on just the world around us. Everyday objects and things like that. And then we've got let's draw. I just love this. Oh, so sweet. So timed exercises, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 120 minutes. And these are the exercises all laid out for you with the suggested time, the amount of observation that you're going to need, and whether you need to take a photo or not. So this is some ideas for your drawings. And then there are some 15-minute drawings here you might want to do. Then we've got 30-minute exercises. Then 60-minute exercises. Just wonderful to build your confidence up. 120-minute exercise. That one looks so complicated. Oh my gosh, look at that. I'm not sure that I will be ready to do that one, but... And then we've even got templates at the back here for if you feel a bit unsure on your drawing. You know, you can use the template here. So, all in all, packed full of information, ideas, and yeah, lovely step-by-steps as well. So a couple of books there today that I'm sharing with you that I hope might be of some interest. So take care, everybody. I've lost my mouse. Okay, bye.